Good morning, St. Francis, and good morning, people of God. It is Thursday, 9th of December, 2021. It is Thursday of the second week of Advent. It is also the optional memorial of St. Juan Diego. St. Juan Diego, the indigenous man to whom the Blessed Virgin Mary appears at Guadalupe on the hill of Tepeyac, giving both healing, strength, power, and dignity and worth and value to the native peoples of Mexico who have been crushed by the Spanish conquests. Again, is the kind of beginning, the initiation of the celebration of Our Lady of Guadalupe on the 12th of December, but it begins with this vision to Juan Diego. Coming to you this morning, on this very frosty morning. It is a very frosty morning here in North Carolina. It is, I think, our first frost, as you can see on the roofs of Thea Hall, which is our kindergarten and first grade building, and then Jacoba Hall over here, which is our cafeteria. And back far behind me is the cross that was atop of the first chapel that was here in the parish of St. Francis before the freestanding chapel was built a couple of years ago. So on this frosty morning, there's frost on the rooftops. It's not going to last. It's going to get warm, but anyway, enjoy it. It's December. It's kind of nice. That idea about giving hope, value, and dignity to people that Mary gives to Juan Diego and then to all of the indigenous peoples of Mexico, again, is a part of the great prophecy that Isaiah again continues to unfold. You can probably take a step back and say, again, we get it, God. We get it, God. We get it, God. You want to do all these wonderful things for us, but God can't get enough of telling us how wonderful God is going to be in giving us what we need, and healing our hurts, and healing our pains and anxieties, of healing all that is wrong in the world, of making this world into what it is meant to be. Again, the places, where there are marshes that then will dry up and verdant land will happen, where the cypress will be placed into the desert, where mountains will be laid low and become chaff that is then burned. Again, it is not human beings and their sins that are burned in chaff, according to Isaiah. It is all these barriers that stand between us and God and between us and one another. This is what God does away with. All of these barriers, all of these things that separate us from the wonder and beauty of creation will all be put away, will all be undone, so that we can see each other and see God, for who it is that we are called to be and what God is and what God is meant to be for us. In that way, again, today's gospel, which Jesus seems to give this backhanded slap to John the Baptist, that he was the greatest, but the least born into the kingdom of God is greater, than he, is actually basically saying, again, that we possess, that same kind of power to understand what it is that needs to be done, so that God's vision, that God's dream that Isaiah proclaims can be put into practice. To be able to be people who understand that it is because of our work, our care, our love for each other, our love for creation, that again reveals God's work and God's power in this world, is something that we are committed to, is something we are committed to seeing unfold, contributing to, seeing to its fulfillment. It is God who gives us, again, this great privilege and dignity. Advent celebrates the wonder of creation. It celebrates the wonder of a God who wants so badly to become a part of creation that he becomes a part of us and becomes one like us. That glory and that wonder that God gives us is meant to give us joy, not only in Advent, not only in the Christmas season, but every day that we live. May it always be so with us, to give witness to God's great work in this world and the unfolding of God's dream and God's prophecy in our midst. May the Lord give you his peace.